All right, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the Spiritual War Room. We are going to look into the astrology influencer Danielle Ayoka, also known as MysticXLipstick, I think. This is I think she's like 32 years old, and she killed her boyfriend. She stabbed her boyfriend and um, took off with her kids and threw her children out of a moving car. And then I believe she ended her own life as well. So this is a woman who was selling guidance, doing energy work like Reiki. She was selling spell work. She was like really concerned with the eclipse that just happened. So I'm really, I guess I'm really curious because she's into she's in the spiritual community. And so, of course, people are going to want to like say, oh, she's into this stuff. Did it have something to play, have a part to play in why she did what she did? Um, so we're just going to look into her. Okay, guys, we're going to look into if she's a fraud. We're going to look into her mental state at the time that all this went on, and why did she do what she did? Okay, we're going to try and get some information. Okay. Um, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. I'm hearing like she was happy, she loved her life, Um, she had a lot of love for her family. Her husband or her boyfriend, it looks like he was a good provider, protector. I mean, not to say that they didn't have their issues, There could have been some kind of argument. Like, okay, hold on. Somebody was blocked. Why? What's this blockage about? A third party. Oof. I mean, what can you tell me about this third party? She could have found something out. Yeah, this was a secret. She found out something. And she was like, "Oh, you're not gonna leave me to go with this third party." This could have been somebody he worked with. Okay, the Fool. Could have been that he was thinking of taking a chance with this person. And she's like, "You're not gonna leave me alone with, with children." He could have been talking about like moving. Wow, she was really worried about this. She could have been really afraid that he was gonna leave. What the hell? I don't know, like, I'm getting that she was feeling like she could, like, I'm not gonna, I don't wanna. she wasn't about to let him go and give what she believed belonged to her to another woman. She wasn't about to let that happen. I'm getting that they might try to say that she wasn't in her right state of mind. That she was blinded and she was like worried, like in her head, she wasn't in, her right mind when she did this. But I'm getting with it in reverse. I don't think that's true. I think she was more worried about about him leaving and giving what she believed belonged to her to another woman. She was worried about it because because she's a fraud. She's a fraud. Spirit says that's the truth. There's a lot of people getting into the spiritual community, right? Tarot readings, Reiki, there's a lot of people, getting into this stuff, and there are gifted people, but there are also people who are full of shit. And this was one of them that was full of shit. And Spirit says that's the truth. She knew something was happening. She knew something was like... Okay, I don't want to say... Okay, everyone has their intuition. Everyone knows, when it comes to, themselves. But reading energy, not everyone can do that. They can learn, but not everyone really knows how to do it. So they can mislead people. Even if they don't have the intention on doing that, they can mislead people. I think she knew that she was a fraud. She had intuition about herself. She knew something was kind of brewing, that something was coming, that the truth of her fraud, her deceptiveness was going to come out. She was accepting payments and lying to people. So she knew something was going to happen to her legally, financially. And she knew that if her man left and gave whatever he had to another woman, she was going to be left with nothing, because everything was going to come out. And it has to do with, I want to say fraud. Maybe her boyfriend knew that this was going to come. He didn't want to be anywhere near it. But she was like, if you leave me, I lose. Because you're going to leave me with 2 children. You're going to give everything that you have to another person. And I'm going to lose everything because it's coming out that I'm a fraud. She wanted to be seen as, this empress, but she knew it was coming to an end. And he knew it too. Her boyfriend knew it too. And he's just like, well, I might as well start somewhere else and have a happy life somewhere else. And, because, this person is somebody who just like bounced, He didn't want anything to do with it. And she was so pissed off that he was going to try to leave her, and when her world was crashing down around her with 2 children, and she's like, oh, hell no. Damn. So she is a fraud. She was going to be left. She was going to be left. She could have been having legal or financial issues. Spirit says that's the truth. Maybe people didn't know about that. Maybe her family didn't know about that. Maybe his family didn't know about that. Their friends might not have known about that. But there were problems, you know, to the outside world. Everything seemed, you know, like, oh, they're having success. This is like, you know, couple goals, but behind the scenes there was a lot of stress, a lot of worry, and she knew that she was going to be left. This was something that she was keeping a secret, that maybe he was threatening to leave her, and that was a secret, and she was really worried. What she was hiding is that she was really worried about how she was going to financially support these children, because again, you know, maybe something was coming out. You know, she was starting to have some legal issues or financial issues when it came to work. And she's finding out that her partner's messing around with another person. And he's planning on leaving her for this person because he's like, I don't want nothing to do with this. And she's about to lose everything. Yeah, judgment. Yeah, there could have been some legal issues. This person's like, I'm not trying to get stuck in this situation. I can have success somewhere else, and that's where I'm going to go. And he's like, I'm jumping ship. Laters. And, you know, I don't know how he felt about leaving his children behind like that. I don't know if that was the intention, but it kind of feels like that. I don't know if it was the intention just to, you know, bounce on the children too. But that's really what she was worried about. Temperance. Oh my God, Blues is so itchy today. What's temperance about? This plan took time. This isn't something that was like impulsively done. Whether it's someone leaving or someone, you know, her planning on doing something. Maybe it was a secret. She wanted to. She had planned this. Because she didn't want to be left alone. There was conflicts because he was like, maybe he was unwilling to commit to her long term, like marriage. And she knew that he was planning on leaving her. Maybe he didn't, maybe he was trying to quietly find a way away from her, and she found out and she confronted him, and this is when this all took place. Shit. Yeah. I know what you're planning. And you're going to leave me behind with some kids when my money's slowing down. She was pissed. She was pissed. Then she plans. She takes the kids in the car. Spirit says that's the truth. She was planning funerals for children and her lover. She was just, I don't want to say, I don't know. Herself, her children, her lover. She's like, if I'm going down, everyone's going down with me. You don't get to go have a happy life. You know, walk away from me. You don't get to go and rebuild and regrow somewhere else. You're gonna, if I die, you die. She knew judgment was about to be called on her. What is going on? These two keep coming out. This third party, yeah, her boyfriend had another party. She was dealing with legal issues. He was leaving her with 2 kids, and she was going to have financial issues. She already knew. And so she was, yeah. She wasn't about to let him, you know, get away while she went down like that, you know. And that's why she did what she did. I'm hearing premeditated. She knew that at some point she was going to snap at him. She knew that the justice, that the authorities were already looking into her. She had planned his death. When she found out that he was cheating on her. So she could have found out that he had another person. She confronted him with it. But she had planned that when she confronted him that she was planning on taking him out. Maybe she even knew that she was going to, like, end everything for herself because she knew that she was in some legal issue. She had some legal issues going on. Her husband or boyfriend, I keep wanting to say husband, but maybe that was an issue. She wanted marriage. He didn't want to commit to her. He knew that it was time to, you know, jump ship. And she found out that he was messing around or talking to someone else. And yeah, she had plans to take him out. Yeah, there's those legal issues again. She knew there was no way out of it. So she could have been wrapped up in some kind of, I don't know why I'm getting ring, like some kind of like scam. She took her children out. She knew she was going to have to take herself out. Jesus, this woman. Okay. Anything else that we need to know about Danielle? She didn't want to be rejected because he didn't want to commit to her. Here we have the 10 of Swords. He was lying to her, she says, like he was lying to me. Like he didn't want to commit to me. He was going to leave me with children. He didn't want marriage. He didn't want marriage. He thinks that marriage would have been really reckless for him to marry her. He's like, I don't want to go my whole life arguing and fighting with somebody who I'm not meant to be with. So he's just like, no. That's why I don't want to get married. And she took that some kind of way, man. She felt offended by that. Yeah, she was not happy with that. She was probably doing some kind of witchcraft or spell work. She was dabbling in stuff that she probably didn't understand, and the backfire was like if you got to be careful with the type of stuff you're doing and the type of things you're the type of you got to be careful what you're messing with, because people don't understand there's always a price to pay when doing spell work, all right? And some people, the price that people pay are, is with their sanity, their own happiness, man. They block themselves. Their ability to make money, the ability to work. So she indulged way too much in stuff that probably she shouldn't. She thought she was like smart in whatever it is that she was doing. So this is a practitioner who will do spell work for other people, not understanding the consequences and the price that must be paid when doing this type of work, right? So she just, she's taking money from people, and bad things are happening to the people that paid her, and it's because there's always she's not letting them know, hey, if you're doing this, there could be a price to pay, okay? And she paid the price for what she was doing, for her part in this, in messing with stuff that she shouldn't have been messing with, because she didn't have the spiritual authority. There are people who can do this, who have the spiritual authority, because they have the wisdom to know how to use this information, to use this knowledge. She was just trying to make money, and she was dabbling in stuff she had no idea what she was messing with. So she got herself pretty deep. And if they're gonna say, oh, she started towards the end, she started losing her mind, well, she probably did have some psychotic break, because she was dabbling with shit she shouldn't have been messing with. Again, she didn't have the spiritual authority to do this. You have to have the spiritual authority. You have to have the wisdom. She had none of that. And that's why everything blew up in her face. Remember, guys, this stuff is real. But just because it's real doesn't mean it's stuff you should be playing with, especially if you don't know anything about it, all right, guys? Even the people who claim to know what they're doing, obviously they don't know. So you got to be careful, guys. Be careful who you entrust spiritual guidance and spiritual work. All right, guys? That's what I have for you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.